Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at the CRO token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, as always, if you want to support Ukraine in a financial way, you want to support the refugees and the Ukrainian military, then feel free to go to the description. There are going to be two donation links. Those are the official donation links. You can double check them yourselves. And feel free to support Ukraine in any way you can. So yeah, that is very much appreciated. Now let's jump into the chart. So we are on the daily chart right now. We do have two Fibonacci retracements right now. So we're going to delete the larger one. We're going to take a look at the smaller one so that it is not too confusing for you. Now, what is happening right now on the daily chart? So as you can see, we ran into the golden ratio here. At the 0.618, obviously, as you all know, as I've been talking about this level on my channel for ages, about this level, this is the golden ratio, the golden pocket, 0.618, the most important level to break through. Now, this is our swing high here at basically almost at $1, right? And we do have our swing low over here. Where is the swing low? Oh my God. Yep, here is the swing low of the Fibonacci retracement. Now, this gives us the 1.618 target here at 19 cents, which is where the white trend line is, which we couldn't break for a very long time, but we ended up breaking through anyway, and we didn't have that back test of support. So in a case of a sudden bear market, a crash, a flash crash, whatever, this 1.618 target is valid in my opinion. You can still look at this, and I do know that it's very, very far away from where we are right now. This is very low, but you know, you have to consider the possibilities here, because you do get these big pullbacks. So this is something that you want to target. And you know, if you don't want to, it's fine, but I'm just letting you know that that is something that is on my mind, and that is something that I'm targeting if we lose this white trend line, okay? Now, looking at this white trend line, actually, I've had this set up for a very, very long time on the channel, so you can go back to my crypto.com videos and see this white trend line. And what happened essentially, and I did talk about this multiple months ago, that we are going to bounce off this white trend line potentially, because we had a lot of bounces off this trend line, and each time we had a bounce, we had to move to the upside. So guess what happened right now? We had a bounce, okay? And this potentially means that we are going to start moving towards the upside. Now, the 20 EMA, which is the yellow line here, the 55 EMA, which is the red line here, represents support and resistance levels based on a time frame. We are on the daily time frame right now, and the 20 EMA represents the average price based on the previous 20 candles. The 55 EMA does so based on the previous 55 candles. And once the 20 crosses below the 55, that is called a bearish cross, and that is your signal that you are potentially going to lose some support levels and you are going to go even lower. So if you did go lower, I would target anywhere from 37 cents all the way down to 34 cents. That would be the buy zone that I would be targeting. But since we bounced off of this trend line that did support us for a very long time, I'm expecting, like, this is probably not going to happen the way I'm describing it right now, but I don't think we are going to have a bearish cross here. We are going to have an EMA squeeze where the 20 bounces off the 55. The price breaks out of this potential rising triangle that we have, or this ascending triangle. Let me draw this a bit better so you can see. So potentially we have that EMA squeeze. The price goes absolutely nuts, breaks out of that resistance level here, which is the 786 on the Fibonacci retracement, and then we attack 54 cents once again, which is the golden ratio. That is something that I'm obviously this is just speculation. I can't know for sure, but we did get a bullish cross here, and as you can see, after the bullish cross, we had a bounce off the 20 EMA, and from there we lost the EMAs and went back down to that to the support trend line. But let's just go back and see if we can bring back the large Fibonacci retracement here, because we are going to need that in a second. Oh my God, how long? Okay, there we go. There we go. So now let's get rid of this smaller fib and let's just leave that fib over there. So obviously you can see we're running into the 1.272 here. The 1.618 target has been met perfectly. Next up, we have $1.43. So this is more of a long-term Fibonacci retracement. Our swing low is all the way down here in June of last year, and the swing high was over here in February of last year. We got to the 1.618 target. I laid down this fib a very, very long time ago. So if you had your targets, you could have taken some profits at this level. And right now you have pulled back around about 60%. So yeah, this Fibonacci retracement really does work, doesn't it? So right now, what is happening is you're getting squeezed up by the 1.272. So essentially, you have that resistance for you, right? And you are printing higher lows every time. So essentially, right now, you are in this sort of ascending triangle over here, as you can see. And you are potentially going to have a very strong breakout targeting 62 cents over here at the 1.414, potential back test of support, and a move all the way back to the previous all-time high. That is something that I'm targeting because we are in this bullish pattern over here, and I do like that pattern. So let's just move, get back our smaller fib, and let's jump into the more lower time frames over here. Actually, before we do that, I do want to jump into the daily RSI. So this wide trend line here that I've had on the charts for I want to say more than 4 or 5 months. And as you can see, we did bounce off of this trend line for a long time. We did have some squeezes below, we did have some fake outs, but mainly we've held this as support. And as you can see, we did have another bounce off of this trend line just over here, just recently, just yesterday, I think. Is it yesterday or is it day? Yeah, I think a couple of days ago we had a bounce off of this white trend line, and you can see the pink trend line below us is something that we're going to start targeting as well, because we've just created another support trend line because we've bounced off of the same level twice. So we have this pink trend line, we have the white trend line that we've been holding ever since, like I said, with 2 fake outs over here, but we've been holding it since August of last year. We just bounced off of this crossroads over here. So things are looking good for Crypto.com. Last time we had a bounce off of the pink trend line, we saw a strong move to the upside. Potentially, this is something that we can expect in the near future. Also, there is the resistance level on the RSI that you potentially want to take a look at over here, as you can see. So if you are going to run into let's see, 53.43 on the index, and you are not planning to hold Crypto.com for a long time, that would be a good time to potentially take some profits, because we've bounced off that resistance multiple times over here. So you can potentially run into the resistance and have a move to the downside. That's where you can buy back in if you care to do so. But other than that, you know, I wouldn't really be selling any of my tokens across all of crypto. Okay, quickly jumping into the 4-hourly chart, let's see what's going on over here. So we have a bearish cross at play right now. We did have it over here April 6th. Since then, we've been in a downtrend ever since, and we have been hitting our head on the 20 EMA, and we're hitting our head on the 20 EMA just now, as you can see. And potentially, actually, we are potentially over here printing a bear flag. So let me just get the trend line. So that would be... I do apologize about all the drawings, but hopefully it's not difficult to see. So potentially what is going to happen is we are getting a bear flag over here, which is essentially after a move to the downside, you are starting a channel up pattern over here. And with that channel up pattern, you are inevitably going to break down and land on a level of support. Let's hope we don't lose any support, major support trend lines, but the target from that, let's say, let me get the pole of the flag. For example, if we break out somewhere over here, the target would be around about 40 cents, I would say. So that's something to keep an eye on the 4-hourly chart. But overall, as you can see, we're printing higher lows and higher highs. So it's looking very good for Crypto.com right now. Let's hope we can continue this recovery without any flash crashes. But as always, those flash crashes present opportunities for all of us to get our favorite tokens at cheaper prices. So that is pretty much it, guys. Feel free to check me out on Patreon. That's a great way to support me and a great way for me to give back to those who support me, guys. I'm going to make sure your investment pays off because we have a lot of content on Patreon. We do have daily updates. We have TA analysis, video requests, buy alerts, sell alerts, around about 20 posts on low cap gem. Cryptocurrencies, we have a whole bunch of stuff in there, so feel free to check it out. And also don't forget about the donation links. That is pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.